Good morning, good morning. I feel like I'm just supposed to hop on and we're going to just do a little quick reading here, but still close your eyes for a second. Just really grounding in with each other. Connect, as they like to say, we are, by having this intention of calling in spirit and having this time together in the sacred space, we are creating this closed circuit between me, you, and spirit in between, and it helps us to get to hear and to get the message in which we are most meant to for our highest good. Anasiano tuyano kuyano suyano tuyano oyana. And then just I had called in earlier for the other things, spirit and the angels and everybody. So we're just going to just quickly tie that back in. So just have that. You could place your hand on your heart space to reaffirm that connection, breathing in. Oyana siano tuyano kuyana. 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 Amen, and so it is. Okay. Anasiano tu. Anasiano tu. Anasiano tu. Anasiano tu. This is the Winter Tarot from Seasons of the Witch. See how pretty blue? We have 6 of Winter Cups. Have you been dreaming a lot of weird dreams lately? I need to start taking note if, like, with the moon phases and how that's affecting my dreams. Do you do that? Do you pay attention? Like if you have crazier dreams in the full moons or new moons? Winter consequences. The winter star. Oh, I love her. Look. I love that. It has like a Kaliak feel. Bringing the Kaliak back in. I feel like she might need to go right in the center. All right, I feel like that might be it. Just 3 cards. Well, hang on. Might have to pull a water card. This is from the Healing Waters Oracle from Rebecca Campbell. The Pearl, Alchemy, the reward at the end, from grit to grace. Amen. Amen. All right, let's go. Oyana siano tuyano kuyana siano tuyano kuyano suyano tuyano kuyano suyano tuyano oyana kana siano 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 tuyano. It just really feels like what has been like holding you back? What's been holding you back? Iana kiano tuyano oyana kiano suyano tuyano oyana. What still has you in its grips? What still holds you? Like it's like you trying to get out the door and your toddler's holding onto your ankle. Don't go, don't go. It feels like that. Like what still has a grip on you? Your leg, your ankle, your like is it fear? Is it what is it? There's like something. There's something that still like has it's you in its hold. It's like its grip, its claw. Anasiano tuyano kuyana, anasiana tiano kuyana, anasiano tuyano kuyana, anasiano tuyano kuyana, siana kana tana ana, kiana siana tiana ana. And they're talking about like they're showing like the last leaves of the tree falling that are still hanging there from fall, and that like it's still like hanging out through winter. There's still like this last couple leaves that are still hanging there. Ana siana tiana oyana, the ground is all white. Ana kiana tiana soyana kana siana tiana ana. Iana kiana tuyana oyana. The ground is all white and all the leaves are mostly like they're already like disintegrating into the earth and becoming fertilizer and compost for spring's new growth. And yet there's still just those last couple just leaves that are just like holding on to the branches, to the trees with all their might and saying, I will not leave, I will not leave. You cannot make me leave. Ana kiana siano tu, ana siano tuyano oyana kana siano tuyano oyana. But it's like and so it's like we've been out in the yard maybe, or gardens, and this is all like thinking emotionally and mentally, and out there toiling away and just ignoring these last leaves on the tree, right? We're just ignoring them. We're just like, whatever, we got all these leaves going on down here, and piling them up and getting them into the compost or whatever it is, however, letting them decompose on their own in the garden. So we're like, we've got all of this, why am I bothered by, I'm not even going to be bothered by those last two leaves hanging up there. I'm not even going to pay attention to them. I'm just going to ignore them. And then they're like, but anasiano tuyano oyana, iano suyano tuyano oyana. But what if those last two were the things that were detrimental to your growth, to your path, to your next step, to the next part of your growth? What if that was the key to becoming like that next, and going into that next phase that you've been like searching for and trying to find your way, trying to find that door, and you've been like thinking like you've done all this work. So they're like, it's not that we're not proud of you, and it's not that you haven't come a long way, because you have, but please don't ignore these last things up here just because you've already done all this, because that could be, that they're there, that you need to be paying attention to them, but you're just like, but I'm just kind of tired, I'm done, like, look at what all I've done so much. But they're like, we're at the end of, is like this bridge time period between the wood snake, the shedding of old ways, the shedding of what is no longer needed, the shedding of what's holding us back, and then hopping on that fire horse and going full steam ahead. So they're saying this is the time where you are like to go into this bit of a slower phase, right? They're not saying like really die like head first into the deep end here and just be like full speed ahead right now. They're not saying that. This is like, we're still in like this taking care of the last remnants of what's left, what should be left behind, what you really truly want to leave behind, but you've been ignoring because you feel like, I've already done so much. I've already done so much. I've already done so much. And again, they know that, and they're proud of that, and they're not, and they see that. They see that, but they want you to know and be aware that they also see and know the things that you try not to see, that you're trying not to be aware of, that you're trying to bypass, that you're trying to just keep on walking, and I'm not gonna, I just don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. It's just too much. But the thing is that it keeps popping up in different ways in your thoughts and in your dreams, and like in reality, you'll see like all of a sudden you'll see something that reminds you of it or something like that. It's like, it's these little tidbits are like little hauntings of you. They're like haunting you, and they're keeping you from, these are the last bits. It's like almost as if you cleaned out most of your pantry, and then yet you're like, I just don't feel like dealing with that expired flour or whatever it is, and I just don't feel like dealing with it. And then but then it keeps like, so you're just like, whatever, I'm just going to leave that back corner and I'll deal with that some other time. And then you just you finish organizing and everything, we're all in front of it, but that back corner that keeps haunting you, because now you're picturing like little bugs crawling through there or something, because it's been opened and it's expired and it's been back there forever. So now you don't even know what's creeping around in it, and it's haunting you, and you're like, crap, I really should have dealt with it. I should have just sucked it up and dealt with it. And they're saying that's what this is right now. That's the time period you're in right now. If you leave it, it will continue to haunt you. It will continue to like be that little tap at the window. It will continue to bug you until you take care of it. We need to take care of all the last remnants of the last year or the years before, or whatever it is that is still haunting you, still bugging you, even if it's just like once a week or 2 weeks or whatever, it's still coming up, it's popping up, and it's going to keep popping up, and it's going to keep being that thing that has its grips in you. It's got its claws in you and its nails in you, and it's holding you back from being able to fully step out of the door and step into the next phase, into your next growth cycle. There's a whole new growth cycle waiting for you on the other side of all of this. And so we need to stop ignoring those last 2 leaves that are hanging from the trees and be like, all right, I see you. I acknowledge you. Let's do it. Let's take care of business. We can do this. We can do this. Allow the last remnants of what needs to be left behind to be illuminated. Asking for guidance. Breathing that in. Close your eyes. Breathe it in. Ask for guidance. Please illuminate along my path any last remnants that I need to be aware of, that point them out to me. What have I been ignoring that needs my attention before this next new year of the fire horse? Breathe it in and release. Now we must trust that these things, and some of these things you already know what it is. We just kind of did that to put the icing on the cake. So you already know. So let's get into the gritty to get to the grace. We've got to get to the nitty gritty to get to the grace period. So let's go. Love, much love, much love. There you go. There's the pearl card again. Grit to grace. Winter star. Illuminate those last little remnants, please, or you're going to be stuck here because they keep haunting you. Amen, and so it is. Mwah.